know, today I just thought we would talk about 2023 goals. I just thought I would share what we are planning on doing. This is my second year ever making a vision board. Last year I made a vision board and I just feel like I didn't keep it in front of me enough to really let it have any impact. Anyways, so I have made my vision board. I keep this in my goal planner. I keep it in my planner. It is on my phone. It is also, a version of this is also my computer desktop screensaver thing. So I'm trying to keep this very visible in my life this year. That is one of the major changes that I am making. So looking at this, if you cannot tell, there is a lot of green. Green is something historically my favorite color has been purple, and I feel like in the last year or two I have really been drawn to neutral colors like black, brown, gray, white, which I've always liked those colors anyways, as well as green. And I don't know whether that's just like I've been more drawn to nature, or I just am longing for nature or money or what, I don't know, but there's a lot of green. So that is currently the color that I'm most drawn to. One of our biggest things is we really want to be outside more, so that's very prominent in this picture. You also see that I would like to get into exercise. I'm going to focus on the garden. We have some financial debt goals. We're trying to grow some businesses, so we have those things on here. I really am trying to work towards simplicity and minimalism and just cozy, simple living. I have YouTube on here. I have my Where Strong Love Grows logo. I have some reading goals. I will discuss all of this as I go over my actual goals. My husband's business is on here, as well as the statement, I am worthy of the life that I desire. I try to tell myself that every day, like what we are working towards is something that we are worthy of having, and we are perfectly capable of creating the life that we desire. Our goal, I have not talked about this much. Our goal is not to have the most money. We have a very specific goal in mind, and money is actually not necessarily the goal. Like, we don't want to be abundantly wealthy. I mean, yeah, that would be cool, but we have other actual goals. I don't want to spend all my time working. I would really rather just be free, like financial freedom to have time to do the things that I would like to do. So anyways, pause. Okay, so I will go over all of my goals with you. Not all of them. I'm going to go over most of my goals with you. I'm not going to go over every single one, just because some of them are personal financial goals for my husband's business, and I don't really want to share that. So anyways, I will share most of these. First up, we are doing the 1,000 Hours Outside Challenge, if you didn't guess. This year we reached 834 hours. Obviously that is not 1,000. I don't really see that as a failure. I see that as we successfully got our kids outside for 834 hours. How many 2 and 3 year olds do you know that actually get to go outside that much? Probably close to none. Like, the benefits of getting your kids outside is so great. I just want my kids to love being outside. So anyways, we're going to try this again this year. I really think we can do it. I really do, barring that my son does not break his leg again. That was one of the major setbacks. We basically lost most of a month because of that. So anyways, we are doing the 1,000 Hours Outside Challenge. I will show you the individual goal page for that one. So we have individual monthly goals for the 1,000 Hours Outside for January, February. We have 30 hours. March, we have 50 hours. April, 100. May, June, July, August, and September, we have 120 hours outside. October is 100, November is 50, and December is 40. I'm hoping that will work. We'll see how that goes, but that is the goal. And as we reach each one of these goals, if the kids successfully reach this, they will get some kind of sucker or candy or something, some kind of treat that they normally wouldn't get. So like, I won't use the family movie night dessert as a treat. Like, they will get something very specific at the end of each month if we reach these goals. Okay, next up, we are also doing 1,000 books in a year. I have made a list of 1,000, actually I think it's a little over 1,000, 1,020 books for us to track the titles of 1,000 books. We go to the library once every 2 weeks, and you are allowed to check out 40 books. That gives you 20 books a week. 20 books a week over 52 weeks gives you a little over 1,000 books. So we should be able to obtain this goal. We usually have no problem reading 20 books a week. I actually think we will probably greatly surpass this goal. But like I have mentioned before in a video, I've seen a few people locally that are like, oh, we're gonna read 1,000 books before kindergarten. And that's just not enough for me. That's not even like one book per year or per day. Like, that, it's just, no. We really like reading to our kids. Our kids love being read to. They will read some of their favorite books that they've been read multiple times. Yeah, we will track that on here as well. Also, if we read, so like, let's say we read The Very Hungry Caterpillar, I will write that on this list, and then if we read it multiple times, I'm going to tally next to it how many times we read it. The Very Hungry Caterpillar is probably one that we read like a few times a week because that's Carter's favorite book. So, anyways, well, I'll keep you updated on how we do this. Our goal is just to read 20 books per week. If they reach that, we will get dessert on family movie night for each week. If we haven't reached our 20 books each week goal, before we are allowed to have dessert on family movie night, we have to complete that 20 books. So that's how we're going to keep on track. So I have that. These two things, not this full stack of pages, I will just keep like the first 5 pages. These will be hanging on my refrigerator, so that we are able to track these easily, and they are in front of us. And then I will also continue to track both of those things in my personal planner so that we can keep a good hold on those numbers. Next thing on the list is we have some debt that we would like to pay off, so we have some goals. I'm not going to share the specific goals on that because I don't want to. Those are personal numbers. Okay, so anyways, we have personal debt goals. I'm not going to share those specifically with you, but we are trying to pay off some debt. That is the goal. Okay, so then I have a couple physical fitness goals that I would like to achieve. One is to lose 5 pounds per month. That is a little less than, or a little more than 1 pound per week. I feel like that's very achievable. I really just don't feel good at this weight. I am very aware, in case you didn't know, that I'm overweight. I'm very aware of that, and I just haven't made a priority to make myself lose weight, largely because it's very hard for me to stay motivated whenever somebody, my husband, he has some control issues whenever it comes to sweets and treats. I am very much the person that as long as somebody else is not like sitting in front of me eating, I don't even care. Like at work, if somebody's eating candy, I don't care. But like if I come home and we're sitting in front of the TV and we're watching a movie, my husband's like, oh, I need to eat a pound of sugar, it is very difficult for me to say no. And so, yeah, anyways, I'm hoping that maybe I can get him on board to, try to cut, like I feel like just cutting out sugar alone would be good. But another one of my goals is to do some sort of physical activity per week, just 3 days a week. That's all my goal is. I am aware that I probably need to do more of that, but you have to start somewhere. It is completely unrealistic to, start a new year and just be like, oh, I'm going to work out 5 times a week. No, I'm just going to work out, like, walk a mile 3 times a week, or do We Fit for 20 minutes a day for three days a week or something. Like, that's what my goal is. We'll see how we do with it. If I successfully do that, I do not have any rewards for those. I feel like losing weight is the goal, but I don't have any specific goal or losing weight is the reward, but we'll see. Then we have 2 other goals. My husband and I really enjoy kayaking and like floating. We're from Missouri. That is something that we do a lot here. And we actually used to do it a lot more. Like, it would not be uncommon for you to find us kayaking or floating, 10 times during the summer. Well, since we've had kids, we've done that a lot less. Now our kids are getting older and we can start doing it. So our goal is to go kayaking or floating 3 times this year. We always go floating on Labor Day with my family, and so that covers at least one. We just have to schedule in 2 others. And then in addition, we would also like to go hiking and biking 3 times this year. That is something that has been a while since we've done. It doesn't necessarily have to be hiking. It could be like maybe we just go to a park that's got a really long trail and we hike that trail with the kids. Obviously that would be a lot easier than going to some state park that's got a pretty rugged terrain, but we'll see how that turns out. I would also like to take the kids biking. Both of them have bikes. I do not have a bike right now, but I'm hoping that we can get me one this year. Anyways, that is one of our other goals. The actual doing of the activity is the reward on that, because that is actually a hobby of ours. I just would really like to prioritize those things. This is actually something I forgot to share with you. So, it is very, very close to the end of the year, and I completed this Level 10 Life. I've also seen these, and that's called like the Wheel of Life and the Mosky Life planner. Anyways, these I see there's versions of these everywhere. So I've created the areas of my life that I would like to focus on, and I rated each of those items. So in my family, I would say that like counts like our individual family and then also our extended family. I feel like we are doing really well. There are a few items in there that I would like to adjust slightly, but for the most part, I feel like we do really well with our family. Anyways, these are the areas that I feel like if there's more white, that means it needs more work. So these are the areas that I would like to work on. Anyways, so fun and recreation is one of the areas that we would like to grow on. My marriage, I'm not discontent in my marriage. There's just some things that I think we could add to really give. I think we need more individual time. Like, we've spent a lot of time. We hardly ever go on dates. Just a minute. Let me continue to talk about my actual goals. No, I'll talk more about this as I go. So anyways, I've talked about kids' goals. Those are not on here. Our financial goals, my physical health and wellness goals, and then I talked about fun and recreation. I feel like kayaking and floating, hiking and biking, those also count as health and wellness because they're getting outside and getting active. Yeah, we might enjoy a beer. Yeah, we might eat a little bit of unhealthy stuff, but for the most part, you're getting outside, you're swimming, you're being active. So I also put those underneath these as well. One of my other goals is to get monetized this year. That means I need to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I am sitting just under 200 subscribers at this point. I've been doing this for 1 year, and I'm not gonna quit. I really want to do this. I really want this to be something. It's something that I enjoy, and it's also something that I like doing. So I would like this to be part of our financial income. So that is one thing. Speaking of which, If you are enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if you have any New Year's goals. And give this video a thumbs up just for fun. I already said that. And don't forget to subscribe, please. It really helps me out. Like I said, I'm just basically I've been doing free work for a year. So, yeah. Anyways, then I also have a bookkeeping business. I have some goals for that. I'm not going to share those because those are not related to this business and I don't want to share them. So, so one of our other goals is to go on one date night per month. I'm just going to schedule them, plan them one date night per month. That's something that has really been lacking in our lives, largely because we have young children and I didn't really like the idea of pawning off. We have 2 kids. They are 1 year apart. It is do you know how difficult it is, unless you're like, it's something that you do all the time, to take care of a 1 and a 0-year-old? Do you know how difficult it is to take care of a 2 and a 1-year-old? Because it's not super easy. Now that they're 2 and 3, they pretty well occupy each other, and it's really not that hard to keep them entertained. And they're running around, and yeah, you have to be fast enough to keep up with them sometimes, but it's not like you're sitting there holding an infant while the other kid's running around, and then if they both start crying, it's the end of the world. Like, it's fine. It's so much easier now that they're 2 and 3. I feel like we're really in that sweet spot. I feel like some people really say that 2 and 3 are like the awful ages. I personally, they're my favorite. So I will take them over an infant any day. Okay, so our goal is to go on one date night per week. I think for the most part, we're going to try to schedule those during the week because then it doesn't take away. I think that's part of the other reason why we haven't gone on many date nights in the last year. We have had a few, I would say like 3 date nights in the last year. Can you hear my kids fighting? Anyways, I think that's a large reason why we haven't gone on a date night, is because like I would like to schedule on a weeknight or a weekend, and then, you know, we are busy most weekends. So anyways, I think we're going to try to schedule them during the week. That is one of my goals. I'm going to schedule those in the planner, just put them on the schedule. We're going to make it happen. Okay, so then next is, you can see on this picture that I also have some like very clean, decluttered, minimalist, simple living things. So one of my goals is to declutter and organize our entire house. And I have broken that down into 52 weeks. What? What? My turd butt. Your turd butt? You have a turd butt? Oh, your shirt's wet? Yeah. Okay. Give me just a couple more minutes, okay? Okay, so anyways, I'm going to try to declutter our entire house. I have made a list, broken down the areas of our home that I think need to be addressed. I may have missed some. We'll address that as we go. Like, for instance, this morning I thought, oh, I probably ought to declutter my purse before the new year. Not that there's a lot of it in it. There's not a lot in there, but I'm going to declutter that in addition with this entryway command center. You need your coffee? Okay, just a second. Along with the entryway and command center, I'm going to also declutter my purse because I think it needs to be done. So anyways, the end goal is minimalism. I really just, the less stuff I have to manage, the more time I have to enjoy things that I actually enjoy rather than cleaning. So anyways, there's that one. Another goal I have is to use my planner more days than not. So 4 out of 7 days a week. I also have a goal to journal 4 out of 7 days a week. I also would like to use my daily journal every single day. That's my goal with respect to that. I also have a goal to listen to one TED Talk or one podcast every single day. I would like to increase the quality of content that I'm taking in. I do watch YouTube. I listen to audiobooks. I listen to podcasts. I listen to all these things, but I feel like it kind of ebbs and flows. Like sometimes I'm watching more Stranger Things, or sometimes I'm listening to more audiobooks, and I just would really like to keep it more spread even. So my goal is to listen to one podcast or TED Talk every day that's in the realm of like personal development-y things. I also have it on my list to listen to one audiobook per month. I will probably listen to more than one audiobook per month, but I would like it, like I said, I would like it to be more spread even. All right, where was I? I think I was on self-care. Something else I would like to try to schedule in each month is just one night of self-care. To me, my most basic, I mean, if I could schedule a girls' night, that counts as self-care too. But if I can't schedule in a girls' night, it's really difficult. Also, I don't have a lot of girlfriends, which sucks. But anyways, if I can't schedule in a girls' night, then I will try to schedule in something like a bath night where I listen to an audiobook that's more like just for fun, and maybe like use a foot mask and a face mask and a hair mask and just mask myself all up, do a little extra skincare, just really try to take care of myself. That is one area that I've really neglected, and eventually I would like that to be like a more regular thing, but it's really hard for me to prioritize myself whenever the dishes need done and the laundry needs done and the kids need taken care of and my husband's working. And anyways, I'm going to try to prioritize myself a little bit more this year. My mental health has not been super fantastic over the last, I don't know, 2 years. Really, like it really took a hit in 2020, and not necessarily because of COVID. I mean, yeah, COVID did affect me a little bit, but more so like our whole moving situation. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna try to take care of I'm gonna try to schedule in one self-care night a month. And then my last actual goal has to do with my husband's business, and I don't want to share that. Part of my practice of going over like setting new goals for the year is going over my goals from last year. So some of the goals that I set for last. So I wanted to get 1,000 hours outside. I wanted to get some kind of berries in. I wanted to get a garden in. I wanted to get chickens. I wanted to walk 5 miles each week. I wanted to lose 25 pounds. And I wanted to go hiking 3 times. I wanted to, that's personal. Okay. I had a goal of 100,000 subscribers. LOL. I fully understand how YouTube works now. I was really thinking I could be like Angela Braniff and just have a channel that I could like talk about whatever I wanted to on, and that my channel will grow, and no. That's not the way YouTube works, so. Anyways, I set more realistic goals this year. Also, in regards to the walking 5 miles a week and losing 25 pounds, yes, I did set weight loss goals last year. I actually gained weight. However, I didn't realize how much time I would have to put into YouTube whenever I first started this, so a lot of that time was spent focusing on YouTube. Then my last 2 goals are business, my husband's business as well, so anyways, so one of the things that I do whenever I'm setting goals is I reflect on the previous year, and then I look at things that really worked for me, things that didn't work for me, and things that I specifically learned. So one of the things that so I'm just going to share the things that I learned were to set more reasonable goals, obviously, and then to be consistent. So I would like really focus on one thing and then really focus on another thing, and it was hard for me because I didn't actually have things planned out. Like I made like monthly goal sheets for my goals, so hopefully we can keep things going. Like if I focus consistently on all of my goals rather than just one individual goal, hopefully we can achieve more. I really just want more flexibility in my life. That's really what all of the goals in my life are, is I just really would like more flexibility. So I have kids. I want a garden. I really want a full-blown homestead where like we're fairly self-sufficient. That takes a lot of time and energy. I can't do that with an 8 to 5, so we're working on it. I really just want to have less stuff. And yes, I'm literally constantly standing in my house looking around for things to throw away because I just don't want to manage things. Yes, things come into our house. For instance, today I got a new phone case, and then also I got a watering can. I've been using a pitcher and it just leaks everywhere and it's so frustrating. So to try to help minimize the mess, I ordered myself a watering can. I specifically ordered one that was cute so I could use it like as decor, but yeah. Anyways, the inflow of stuff that comes in, most of the stuff that comes into our house is like stuff that we use up and then throw away, like food or paper towels or toilet paper or toothpaste or laundry detergent. Like that's most of what comes into our house. So it's not like we're bringing in just more and more stuff, because we're not. And then sometimes I just get overwhelmed whenever I'm looking at the list of things that I want to accomplish, and moving into a pasture was very difficult. Like we moved into a pasture and we have this vision, right? Like I've talked about, I haven't told you specifically what the vision is, but we have this vision of what our lives will look like, and it's so hard to I can clearly see that in my mind. Like I can see what the end goal is. It's just you can't do all of it at once. We don't have enough money to do everything all at one time, and so we have to take it one step at a time. Like this year we didn't get chickens because we decided we wanted to do some drainage work in our backyard because we had a lot of standing water. And so we had to address that before we can put in a chicken coop. Otherwise our chickens are just going to be standing in water, and that's not good for them. So there's that. Also, something else that I really like to do. So I will share this. In 100 years from now, which, am I going to live to be 130? Probably not. But in 100 years from now, looking back, what will matter most to me? Things that will matter most to me will be memories made with friends and family, as well as my health and quality of life. So I don't want to live to be 100 if I require somebody to take care of me. If I'm not mentally competent and I'm not physically able to take care of myself, I don't want to be 100. I just want to live as long as I can be happy and healthy. And then I also have some words that I'd like to reflect the life that I'd like to live. And those things include simple, authentic, peaceful, joyful, and outdoors. My core values, surprise, surprise, authenticity, simplicity, growth, honesty, joy, love, and loyalty. If you cannot tell, simplicity is the word that I chose to focus on most this year. I really just want to live simply. Like that is more and more what I just want to focus on. That's more and more what I'm drawn to, and maybe that's more and more what I'm drawn to the color green. I don't know, but simplicity is starred because that is my word of the year, is simplicity. Activities that I really enjoy: gardening, cooking, outdoor activities, reading, decluttering, organizing. I actually really do enjoy decluttering and organizing. I always have. You can ask my mother. She will tell you, even as a child, that is something that I enjoyed. So those are things, not that I don't want to manage a lot of things, but I do like having an organized home, and decluttering is one of those things that helps my home be organized. Okay, so activities that I really dislike. We'll go ahead and share this as well. I really dislike doing the laundry and dishes. Those are my two least favorite chores. And those are the chores that I do the most. And that's probably why I dislike them. My strengths are I'm very self-motivated. I'm pretty organized, ambitious, smart, and useful. Things I struggle with: poor sleep, discouraged by lack of growth, overwhelm, depression, and anxiety. Things that I'm craving in the year ahead. Simplicity, growth, and peace. And this growth is personal growth, like mental growth, as well as growth in our homestead, growth in our businesses, growth in my personal development, just growth. All right, and then I'm not going to share that because it's not really useful. It's just something for my own self. Then I also keep 3-year goals, 5-year goals, 10-year goals, and lifetime goals. So I will share some of my 3-year goals. I'm not going to share all of them. So in 3 years, I would like to have berries, fruit trees, chickens, pigs, and cows. I would also like to be at my ideal weight, which like a healthy BMI for me would be somewhere between 170 and 150. So that is my goal. I also have a goal to be entirely debt-free with the exception of our mortgage. So that is all of the goals I'm willing to share with you off that list. So the rest of them are mostly business related. In 5 years, I would really like to think that I will have 100,000 subscribers. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what goes from there. In 10 years, I would like to be buying a larger piece of land, and I would also like to start building my dream house. Lifetime goals. I would really like to visit every single state. I would really like to visit every single national park, and I would really like to be debt free by the age of 50. So those are all the goals that I keep. As you can see, a lot of the goals, I did not focus on every single thing in this list. I could have tried to pick things from every single list. I think maybe giving was the only one. I do give time, I do give money. For now, eventually I would like to be able to give more time to things. For now, I am okay with what we are giving. I don't know what I was just saying. Sorry, I just got a message regarding my husband. Anyways, I think giving was the only one that I didn't touch on at all, just because I'm mostly happy with the money and time that we give. I would like to give more time. That is something that I find it very interesting. My husband does very good. He handles it very well. His family doesn't do the same kind of stuff that my family does, but my family is very heavy on like giving of time. I mean, my parents and family give very much on money, but they are very, very giving of time. And so that is actually something that I really enjoy, is giving my time. I think that's where I'm most beneficial. And sometime in the next probably 3 years, I would like to give more of my time to the things that I value the most, specifically here in our small community. So that is something I'm not focusing on this year, but that I will focus on in the future. I have too many other things going on in my time that I cannot find additional time to give. So yeah, so that is that. I don't think I will grow largely in this one. We'll see. Journaling is about the only thing I have under spirituality. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, and then in addition to that, I also have, I think I can share this. Let me see. Okay, so this is my month of January 2023, my habits and actions that I need to take with respect to the items on my list. So the habits that I'd like to do are the physical activities 3 days a week, post videos 3 times a week, journal 4 days per week, planner 4 days per week, one-line journal every single day, and TED Talk or podcast 1 per day. Also, we need to get 30 hours this month. We need to get 20 books per week. I need to pay off a certain loan. So I calculated, I understand that growth is more like a snowball effect where you gain less at the front and then more in the back, like more as you go along. However, I've set myself a goal of 67 subscribers for this month. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. And then I need to schedule a date night. Okay, please get back in the bathtub and I'll come wash you down in just a second. I need to schedule a date night. I know when I'm going to schedule that. I just need to make a phone call first. And then I have a student debt forgiveness application. I'd like to lose 5 pounds. I need to schedule my self-care night. I actually already have that on the calendar. I have bookkeeping posts that I need to make monthly, and then I want to, my book for the month is The Secret. And then I have my 4 weeks of decluttering items that I need to accomplish. And then I gave myself a inspirational quote that is, I deserve great things. And so that is the stuff that I am working on this month. Like I said, I will keep you guys posted. I plan on sharing monthly a video of some sort that is goes over, you know, what have I accomplished, where do I need to adjust, so on and so forth. So I will keep you guys posted as to where things are as I go. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you have an awesome new year, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, y'all.